What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is a series we are calling the Free-to-Play Heroes series. Basically, we're asking the question, are these free-to-play heroes worth taking 6-star gold? So assuming you don't have better options than these, are these more common characters that were either given away for free or in Piper Niven's case here was an oopsie, so she was given out on that, plus she's been on multiple prize walls, plus there was some other ways to get her throughout, and she's very, very common in loot as well, which again I know breaks the free-to-play, but there's not a whole lot that are totally free to play. You know, oftentimes people do one or two pulls here and there, or a $20 pack, or whatever. But that being said, she is very common in the community. She pops up a lot. So, is she your best female powerhouse to take 6-star gold? That's what we're going to look at in this video. For her moves, I want to point out something. Her more common move set would be green, red, red, and that is a great move set. Her finisher is the focus, and you buff out her finisher damage. However, keep in mind, at 6-star gold, finisher damage does not scale very much, or move damage doesn't scale very much. However, that being said, the gold health pool is 2.5 times greater than 6-star silver. So if you saw her, used her at 6-star silver and had some success, you got to realize that she is almost exactly 2.5 times less powerful when it comes to the move damage meta. The one advantage she does have on that is that she has a flawless stun lock. So you're going to win, but it's going to take forever. Like forever, because whatever she was hitting at before is literally 2.5 times less effective. So you've got to find a different way to go about this, which brings me to this moveset here. The 7 MP yellow low angle cross body, deal damage, choose a 6x5 area to make into pyro gems, which will modify everything above it into yellow. The Michinoku driver, deal damage, make 6 random pyro gems into cross break, and the cannonball, deal damage, choose 6 gems to make red. This one's the move that I wish were turn yellow or even turn green would be phenomenal if you could do it that way, because there's not really a way to get back to the green MP unless you sub out other moves, and you just don't want to do that. So what you could do is run a yellow to red plate and put the stun on there, and that might be your other option, but this way you can make sure that you break those pyro gems and or crossbreak gems. So on the strap, you're going to need a yellow to green plate. Luckily, that one is a very, very common one, so there's nothing that's holding you back on that one. It's just not going to reload flawlessly, so you hope you break green gems other than that. Then I've got the 50% gem damage strap plus double Fury 2 on her, just to show what that looks like as well. So let's see how she does. Now, I am up against a 6-star bronze opponent because finding a modern era female required on the tour is a little bit difficult, but I think it'll show you what we need anyway. Oh, I didn't go over the trainers actually. My apologies. So we have got these trainers right here. I've got red gems do more damage. That's a coach with zombie priest because he's free. You could do yellow flat gem damage. I get that. Keep in mind at 6-star gold you would need to have at least 18k flat, which isn't in the game right now, but I expect it to be soon, or 30% gem damage, and the 30% yellow gem damage is Zombie Sammy, which is not free to play. So for now, I'm just putting him in there because you're going to make the reds. Then you're going to need yellow MP with Kofi, and technically you saw you would need Santa Hogan to start loaded turn 1, but as I've explained in each of these videos, Santa Hogan is also 6-star gold on the candy store account, which means he is very not free to play. I mean, nobody in the community has him 6 gold. Very few, if any, even have him 6-star period. So, not using that, but you can simulate what would happen by just eating a turn here. Then we've got Jeff Hardy, which is free for most. If you started the game later, he would not be in there, but moves that generate crossbreak gems will create 3 more, plus crossbreak gems do 50% more damage. And keep in mind, at max 6-star gold, the breakdown is that at 25, technically around 23%, maxed out 6-star gold, not entry level, not the basic level, maxed out, does about 20k extra. So this is doing about 40k extra per gem, if not a little bit more. And then Zombie Cena for crossbreak gems do 25% more damage and create one more crossbreak gem. All right, all that out of the way. If we break yellow, we get green, or we just nicely eat a turn and buff our greens like that. Boom. Oh my goodness. So I should have swiped yellow if I could have, because she does not start loaded turn 1, period, with this moveset, unless you used Braun or somebody else, but again, not free to play. Somebody who, yeah. Anyway, all right, so you're going to want to make 6x5 random area, or not random area, 6x5 area into pyro gems. It really doesn't matter per se where you put those. And then 10 random pyro gems into crossbreak. Hopefully they do something good, preferably on the bottom row where possible. And then you're going to choose to make red gems. So something like this will break that crossbreak, and it will break that pyro. Same here, break that crossbreak and that break that pyro, and then we'll just do some extra damage right there, hoping to also get yellow gems. And that was 9 million. 9 million. So that wiped out a 6-star bronze just fine, but 9 million in the 6-star gold meta is a tickle. Barely a tickle. And I promise you her move damage doesn't scale either, at least at this point in the game. So is she viable as a free-to-play destroyer of 6-star gold? Should you take her up? The answer is no, because you want to see 6-star golds doing at least 30 to 40 million base damage, if not more, to really be relevant in the meta. Now, I know you know, and I know you're thinking it, she does also have a build with the Pyro Plate. It's on Snoop. Davey was working on this. Yes, right there. This is not free to play. However, it kind of is, just in the sense that when that oopsie happened, if you were playing the game, you could get the Pyro Plate for free, but a lot of people chose Piper instead. So there is a chance that some of the free-to-play community has that plate, but yeah, it's just rare. It's just very rare. So we're gonna go and do the same thing. I thought about subbing out for either one of the ones who does 2 more yellow MP, and that would be great, except for the fact that, yeah, once again. We would lose our crossbreak gem damage, which does a lot of bonus damage. You can run her different ways. You could run yellow gem damage, which we'll try in just a second here as well. But, I was thinking the crossbreak gems, making a bunch of them would actually make it easier to blow up the board. Because if not, like, look at this. How are you going to break them out? You're not. So something like that, and then boom, boom, boom. 17 million. With the Piper Power Plate. The Piper Power Plate makes all of the difference. At 17 million, she is in consideration, and once again proves just what I've said on all of these, that the free-to-play characters from the previous metas on their very top end with some tricks that aren't necessarily free-to-play are hitting around 20 million. There you go. So I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to show you the Vader Bomb, because I know you're asking, wait a second, why didn't you do the Vader Bomb? Here's the reality. Bonus damage for every Pyro Gem is 37,000. That is nothing in 6-star gold meta. So, and you're going to lose the ability to do some things. I'm also going to sub out here for a 45 or 50% gem damage buff. Keep in mind that the free-to-play option, I think, is one of the John Cena's in here, but I am going to find just the first one so I don't spend a lot of time searching for. So if I see a yellow at 50%, here we go. Keep in mind, I'm not saying you have to use Santa Hogan. You can use a free-to-play character. It's only a 5% buff difference. Just doing what I can with that, right? And then you can't really buff out the Pyro Gems except for with free-to-play Austin Theory, but again, they're only going to do around 70k per, which is not anything good. And then I am going to buff out with yellow 30%. Again, keep in mind, this is purely like you can do most of this with free-to-play characters. I just found the first one, so this video isn't 20 minutes of me searching through the trainers because they're all the same level on the candy store. That is what it is. So, once again, we can't start loaded turn 1 or turn 2. If she subs us, we're going to have a problem here. So hopefully she does not cascade and get the ability to come back. But you can just see her move charge is way too high to really do much with this. Because if I swap out for yellow times, yellow goes up 2 plus gem damage 1, I don't remember. There's a lot of trainers. There's 600 characters in this game. I don't remember if anybody's in there, but either way, let me just show you this. So bam. So we're going to make an area into pyro gems. Theoretically, you want where you can break as many of them as possible. It'd be great if there was a row break in there, but that'll work. Then you're going to hit the damage per pyro gem, which is going to go boom. And that did nothing, hardly. Nothing at all. Then you're going to create these, which are random. So you're hoping that they land somewhere. No, they didn't. We can do that. See if that... Okay, there it went. We only missed one. That's not bad. So that's 22 million, but that's still low end of damage. So I'm not even going to run that without. I was going to run it without the pyro or the Piper plate, but let's just be honest, it's going to go down significantly. So unfortunately, I don't see a way forward with Piper Niven with the current setups. Her move damage is just really taking a hit too much on the 6-star gold meta. And quite frankly, she's too random, too high charge, and just does not hit hard enough for 6-star gold. So if you've got her at 6 bronze, 6 silver, and you like using her, that's wonderful. But honestly, I think her best move is still going to be the setup where it's the stun and move damage combo, and it's just going to take forever. It can be done, but it'll take forever. But guess what? You can take forever as a 6-star silver or 6-star bronze. You don't have to take her gold. You probably have better options, at least in the male powerhouse category, and we're hoping that there's some female powerhouses that become more readily available or free to play as we go that would be better, because Nia Jax isn't going to win it either. So that was the 6-star gold heroes, or free-to-play heroes conversation about Piper Niven. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Like this video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and then send this to your friend or faction mate who's going, hey, should I take Powerhouse Piper Niven to 6-star gold? The answer is probably no, and you need to help them see why. So send them this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.